It's like, how did you know that this is what I needed, you know, from when I was a kid? That was his favorite ball. That was his favorite little sword to play with. Maybe he was into Star Wars and stuff like that. How did you know? I love how the top of his crown, it's only got but three little notches. He's not there yet. But Page of Pentacles, you know, new endeavors in money, you know, I think because he took that Page of Pentacle and he went with it, he's probably with the Queen of Pentacles right now, right? Or some of them could be with the Queen of Wands, because that's the venture that they took out. That was part of their plan, but that's the venture, you know, because they took that route. They opened that door. You know what I'm saying? So anything's meant to be. It's up to you what you're going to do, and what you do is going to take you to that 10th place, take you to that finish line. Let's get some more about this King of Wands. We have the Moon card at the bottom. Pisces, they could be. You could be a Pisces. Confused. Just, I think, shocked. What else we have with this King of Wands? The Two of Cups. Pardon me. Okay. Two of Cups. And it fell upright and it fell in the right position. So the Two of Cups here, feeling stuck at the top of the deck. The Five of Pentacles, wanting to come and talk to you, wanting to talk to you, or yearning to talk to you, because he knows that you're the one who can do that for him. Obviously, we know that, right? So that's so great that we got to get that out about this twin flame journey and why we can feel so stuck with someone, you know. And I do want to say, because I see happiness, and I know some clients are like, well, if I don't choose him, does that mean that I'm not going to be happy? You know, that's a very vague way of thinking about things, and it's very, you know, I need to know the situation at hand. But if this is your twin flame and you chose to be happy with someone else, you look at it like this. That's what's going to be. Whatever you see in this card is what it's going to always be for you two, if you choose to be with someone else. But we also, for this King of Wands, I think you just can't help it. I mean, look at what all the things that probably are going through this guy's mind when he says, how did you know that? It's like, you know, holes. I can fix that. You know what I'm saying? How did you know that that's who I was? Because nobody knows that. So many people get off on being so mysterious, it's ridiculous. I mean, the look in his eyes is just like he's imagining this. But he won't say it. He's not going to say this. I mean, imagine from the point that you are and you don't know each other and you're just figuring out that somebody out there can tell you what the fuck you need to do in a way where they're not saying anything at all. It scares the fuck out of them. You think they're going to come and say, I want to marry you? I hate that it's not like that anymore, but I mean, I wish that the guy would come in on a carriage and think that thoughtful on a four-legged animal and say, come with me. You know what I mean? But that's not the case. But he wants to thank you for this success you gave him. He wants to thank you for this success. Because there's a little boy in him, of course, but not even just about the money aspect. Of course, he loves material things. That's one thing I can say about your divine masculine. So do all men. They love their material things, and you did that for them. They want to, look, man, let's clarify this Two of Cups. Okay, we got something. What do we got? The suspension. It's suspension waiting for this. One's waiting, the other one's watching. While the other one's watching, the other one's waiting, you know? This look in his eyes is almost like, I know, and I'm coming. No stutter. That look. And then I can just picture him smiling, saying thank you. Look at that Seven of Swords at the bottom. If no one's telling him, because I have a feeling some of the divine masculines will put themselves in a situation where people aren't going to know, where people don't know this success. Because again, it's a twin flame journey. You don't just get a group of people in a house. You don't just have like a building full of people. Publix is all filled with everybody on their twin flame journey, you know. And I have a feeling that he sets himself in a position with people like this, you know, who tell him what to do and who don't know right. They have, look, the Page of Swords, who don't know right, who tell him just little stupid shit. You know what I mean? But I have a feeling he does that. He does that. It's all going to add up. It's all going to pay off at the end of the day. Do we want anything else about that suspense card? Suspense. The suspension. Why everything is falling on the floor? Oh my. I don't want you to see my face. I look like shit. I look like I just dived into the ocean. Okay, the Eight of Wands. I was about to flip it up to you, but I see it upright. So the Eight of Wands. He knows. Like that Eight of Wands is more fire energy, and he controls that. So he knows when he's going to need to make that fast-paced change and relocate and change friends and groups. But right now, it seems to be the right thing for him, because a lot of them could have, like, you know, whatchamacallit, like, made a life. You know, some of them could have been married and stuff like that. I guarantee you one of them is married to a fire sign or an earth sign already off the bat. Okay, period. Okay, of course a water sign, right? Earth signs, we have all of them here. But he'll make his fast-paced change and air travel if he needs to towards you, and not give a fuck what anybody's talking about. He knows. Let's clarify this Hierophant. Okay, with that suspense card though, it'll be quick, so you ain't gonna be feeling like you're waiting in suspense forever, okay, for him to even come talk to you. All right, he's got to figure this out. He's got to figure that out, and once he figures it out, be humble about it. Be humble about it, because he already knows. He already knows. And some of them might come back to you with some sob-ass story or something. But depending, however they come back, they're coming. Let's clarify this Hierophant. Let's clarify this Hierophant for the Divine Masculine. One second. Oh, it's high. I gotta put on my air. You like the top? Okay. Let's clarify the Hierophant, because I really, the temptation just came out. Temptation. The Hierophant to come to you, but he feels like, you know what? Let's clarify this Hierophant. The number 5, the 6 of Pentacles. These are too many. They didn't flip. But we have the 5 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the 6 of Pentacles. So there's a lot that needs to be said, but let's clarify with these. Okay, so this is the Hierophant, remember? And then we got the 6 of Pentacles, that charity card, having, you know, multiple, you know, options, or giving back to charity for sure, giving to those who are in need or who deserve. Okay, but this person is battling between two people. The Hierophant, the 5 of Cups, battling between two people, two lives, the past and the future, the present, and then wanting to give an overflow of love and abundance to everyone that you've met. You don't feel like being with somebody who's everything for you, because you want to feel like, you know, some sort of authority. That has to do with psychological issues and hurt and pain, but not wanting to give everything to someone that you feel is undeserving, is non-deserving of. That talks about like maybe children when they were younger, watching their parents fight and them not being able to heal the situation or the fight or the argument, you know, at least for the kid. You know, there's a sense of, you know, wonder, why can't my parents stop arguing? Don't they love me? And so it's like, I feel like sometimes, you know, one aspect is sometimes people get off on being in between, get off on having people argue, even if there's no arguments, get off on that because they want to feel love. And the only way that they remembered love, if they loved me, they were fighting. Does that make sense? So not that he wants two people to fight over you, but there is a sense of like having the keys, and like, it's not even a negative thing, but I feel like when he realizes what he's doing with those two people or those two lives, he gets overwhelmed, because it's like, wait, that's not who I am. That's not who I'm supposed to be. You know who reminds him of that? The Divine Feminine. This is someone that he's always focused on, that he's always giving to no matter what, that he feels sometimes pity because not even pity, feels bad about, because it's like, you know who I am. I can't, like, there's a question, it's kind of going off, but there's a question of what's worse, being stupid, sorry, or acting stupid, sorry, okay? And for me, it's acting, because I can always teach somebody who may be a little less fortunate. We can teach each other things, definitely. But to act, I won't even go into it. I'm not going to go into it at all. But, you know, there's that. And there's where the anxiety comes in, when you know things and it's like, how do I situate myself in a group of people that don't know shit? It's like, there's just an overwhelming feeling about it. He situates himself with people. Remember, we saw with that Seven of Swords, he situates himself with people that feel like they have a voice, that have a word, but he knows they don't. So this guy has been through something with his parents for sure, and I'm believing that majority of them, their mother or their women caretaker, someone in their life that was a woman. It didn't matter how long it took for them to have that woman in their life, not a relations partner, but a parent, a guidance, okay, a mentor that did something to them for sure. Okay. They want to give abundant love, but there is still signifying one cup, even though it's enough love for everyone. That's talking about kids. That's talking about family. Look, the lovers. Okay. So he could be a Gemini or you could be a Gemini, but it's feeling tired about it. It's feeling like, damn, I got to really take this time out to, but look, the Page of Cups, you guys are on the same page as that, and he wants to communicate that love to you. But look who's at the bottom, the Queen of Pentacles. A lot of them are with the Queen of Pentacles, regardless if they're Earth or not. But, I hope this is answering your question enough. It's just a knowing. So you guys who have not been in communication with them, majority of you, they know. They do know. I don't know which stage in your journey you are, but there's a sense of feeling bad, of feeling like, oh my God, like, how do I do this? I don't know how. It stems from all they knew was to have this kind of argument or this quarrel or this predicament going on. Okay? So some of them may not even group with their parents. Remember, that was only one aspect. Let's go ahead and keep clarifying. Anything else that we need to know? Now the Sun card is here. Oh my God. I knew I saw it. I felt it. The Sun card, okay? But I'm looking at it in reverse. So let's go ahead and clarify it, and let's see which way that, Spirit wanted us to look. The Death card. So it's going to be in reverse. Because I was picking up the deck and one card was left. It's going to be in reverse. It's not happy. It's not good. It's not all good right now. He's with someone that's okay enough for what he's doing. And it's a lot of them believing that they don't need to have this power. They don't need to have this strength. They're just a lot of them are unfortunately getting used to suffering. Okay. And there's no gleam in that. There's no fun in that. He's feeling real mad, elderly, trying to fight it. This disease is what he's feeling like today. And no offense, but he's bringing you down with him, thinking that we saw the temptation, thinking that your relationship is a disease, or is only lust, or it's sick, and it's sick because you're making yourself sick because you don't want to do something that's actually beneficial and healthy for you. So it's a whole thing. But remember, PTSD, trauma, it's all about the blocks and the negative and the latches. You don't understand. A latch is its own demon that possesses children at a young age. It's, even if you're not as spiritual as that, it's I don't know, your dad or mother, your mother spanking you for the first time, and then you decided you were going to hate her, or you decided you were going to start putting your hands on people. It's stuff that you learned from a young age that you didn't understand why it felt so bad. But for some reason you act upon that. I have to stop there, because I don't know, why you become paranoid and things and start not giving a fuck. And I also just saw the Queen of Swords, but regardless, he's lost the inner child in him, and he doesn't believe having fun is something he wants to do. Then I think to myself, but what about that time when you were down and you were out and I helped you out? What about that? So does that not count for anything? Yes, it does, but it's only, with my wife. It's only with this person. I'll use you for this. I'll use you for that. It's traditional views. That's the devil. So, he's not talking to you. And I think a part of him is just, look, the Justice is coming. He's coming to talk to you. All right. I know there's a lot of questions going out, the Six of Cups. I know there's a lot of questions that you have, the Lovers. The Six of Cups again with, which one is that? The Four of Pentacles. I'm sorry, you guys. But, oh boy. All right. But he wants to tell you thank you. He wants to say he loves you. And I doubt when he does come to you, which is going to be, it's going to be soon. It depends on you. The High Priestess, okay? It depends on you, like I said. But it depends, on your journey. But he wants to say thank you. He wants to say he loves you. And he wants to say that, in another life, or ideally, this is what I would want with you. And I think some of them are like, why didn't I meet you then? Why didn't I meet you now? You met them at a time. You already met them. And it's like, beef up, man up, and be with somebody that can help you. It's like, we can't talk about what he gets off on doing that. Why, what it is about that, and what it is about that woman over there who don't mind watching. It's just, so, okay, do we want to get one more card for the reading? The Emperor. So he's definitely